All right. Let me check. See if it's live. Come on. All right. All right. The live seems to be working. Live seems to be working. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. All right. So the title of this lesson will be "You Wicked Women's Are Shameful, Heartless, and Helpless." And I want to get all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great wisdom for teaching me this truth and sincerity. Salutation to the hopeful elect that is spread throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. The title of this lesson will be "You Wicked Women Are Shameful, Heartless, and Helpless." All right. And I have an image here. I have two images actually. That on the left you have a dude, supposedly with his girlfriend at a movie theater, and you can see her that she went behind his back and start kissing and dating another dude. In the image on the right, you have this person holding up a sign that says "Please come back," right? And this is gonna be my lesson, right? Um, you know, and hopefully you all can all get something out of it. All right, but I'm going to get another lesson. Um, I'm not trying to waste any more time. All right, and I hope it's not you know, too blurry. All right, but I'm going to get into. I'm going to show you 3 clips, 3 videos, and then I'm going to get into the whole lesson. All right, I'm going to get right into it. So the title of this video that I'm going to show you right now is "Damn, She Is Cold Blooded, Wicked as a MF," and it's by Ahariah Ka'ar. All right, and this video is for education purpose and reporting and teaching. About you? What you mean? Next one, guys, go watch my boy. You fuck my brother though. Okay. Like, what you want, cookie? Like, but we got kids, cause you my baby mom. Okay, I don't owe you no loyalty. What you mean you want no loyalty? We got a whole kid, and I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm a baby mom. I owe you no dropped off 2,500 over here the other day. And you dropped off 5 minutes. Who dropped off who? What that say about you as a woman though? It's light, food, he ain't got to eat, he's not providing. Yeah, but we was together for 5 years. Like, okay. Like, why you think it's okay to fuck my brother though? Time don't mean nothing. Time ain't nothing but a number. I'm just saying though, like that's crazy. It's the idol. And I'm gonna let the whole world know you. I'm gonna expose you with this video though. Okay, fuck my brother though. The thing is, the gag is. No, you gonna look stupid. You try to expose me. No, I'm not gonna look stupid. You gonna look stupid because we got a whole 2-year-old together. You fuck my brother. Okay, the 2-year-old wasn't here when that happened. Why does it matter? But I'm just saying though, but like, what was the point of that though? Like, what you get out of that though? Like, you have no self-respect for yourself. You have no self-respect for yourself. Well, now, see, this show that you really childish. You're not mature at all. No type of way. I'm very mature. No, you're not though. Like you're really nothing. Nah, but you're nothing though. You're nothing though. You slept. You're really a whore though. You're really a whore. How about that? That's okay. Yeah. You have no respect for yourself. You think so? No respect for yourself. You slept with my brother though. I'm glad your brother don't think that of me. No. It's not about that though. And I'm gonna have some words with him too. But it's like you don't even. Nah, because like I just don't understand why you don't think about things. Like think about how I would feel. I don't care about how you feel. Your feelings got nothing to do with me. Go find somebody who cares. Find somebody who gives two fucks. I don't care. That's crazy. So stop warning me and get out. That's crazy though. I treated you so good. You can't be your son. No, but I treated you. When we were together, I treated you so good though. And why not together? I treated you so. Listen, I treated you so. Why are we not together? Because you cheated. Right. That clearly means I didn't care that you treated me that. I'm just saying though, like we was together for 5 years. I'm not simping. I'm just saying though, like you really hurt my feelings with this though. You had sex with my brother. You had sex with my brother though. Okay, yeah. And you think this is a game? Like you really hurt my feelings with this though. Hey, stop it. Like, I was such a good dude to you. Like why would you do this to me though? Why would we simping somebody that don't care? But why would you do this to me though? I did nothing wrong to you. I paid the bills in your house still and everything. You're embarrassed. Like you don't even care that you fuck my brother. You embarrassed. Like how don't you care about that though? You embarrassed. I'm asking you a question though. Like so you don't feel no way about doing what you did. Are you serious? That's crazy, man. Right, well, where's your son? Just why you here? No, I'm here to get my son. Hurry up with your brother to come. As a matter of fact, what? Hurry up and leave your brother to come over. He's waiting on you. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Want your brother to fire? Stop playing with me. See, that's why you about to burn yourself now. See what I mean? Stop playing with me, though, man. Come on, man. So you have there that first clip, you know, the husband of that girl caught her sleeping with his brother, You know, she got caught, and she, you know, and supposedly that's his baby mama, and she got caught, and you know, she kept saying how, you know, that he didn't do anything for her, and that, you know, he needed to go find someone else who cares about him, and that goes back to Proverbs 30 chapter verse 20 in it, where it talks about how an adulterous woman, she wipes her mouth and says she done no evil. Right, for paraphrasing, I want to get it after I get done playing the other clips. Saki, you might hear me type in the background, just, you know, scriptures are coming to my mind as I, you know, read as I listen to these clips. So bear with me if you hear typing in the background. But I'm going to go over to the next clips. What's going on, y'all? So I'm going to get on here right quick and just say this. This is for the women, and especially the women of Israel, because we're the ones that got the problem. We're the ones that got caught up in the whole stigma of not needing a man, not wanting a man. We can do everything by our daggone self. You had one bad apple out of the tree, and you took that and ran with it. Let me just let you know this. Every man is not the same. It's about to come a time, real soon, that taking your clothes off, twerking, is not going to get you money, but it's going to get you raped, it's going to get you killed. Because these people that they got waiting,
is going to be there to help you. It's going to come a time that you want to stop disrespecting your husband and disrespecting your man, especially the righteous one, because you don't need him. Because what you going to do? You can't get out there and fight against another man. It's going to be thousands of them. You can't get out there and go look for no food when you need it. What you going to do? Medicine, all types of stuff. But y'all steadily disrespecting the man. And guess what? The scriptures teach us that it's God first, the man, then the woman. We are not equal to men. We're not equal. Y'all need to face that up and realize that if you got a problem with me saying that, then you got a problem with the Most High. And that's something that you won't be judged for. So don't come for me and don't get mad at me because I'm only saying facts. Y'all need to stop all this twerking because it's going to come a day that twerking is not going to fill your stomach up. Lights going to be off, gas going to be off, you're going to be off the grid. What y'all going to do? No internet, no phone, none of that. What you going to figure out? You're going to be in the house alone with kids crying and begging and wish that you had a righteous man at that time because that's the only man that the Most High is going to care for and is going to help and get him through these times. I'm just being authentic. I am being transparent and I am being real. These are facts. This is prophecy. Y'all need to stop disrespecting men. Y'all need to stop talking about this frivolous stuff about money, clothes, cars. All that shit is about to be done away with. It's about to be done away with. It's going to come a time where y'all ain't even going to be worried about how many women a man got because you're going to be trying to hold on to that man because you're going to need help. And that's real. And if you don't believe me, you better open up your Holy Bible. King James Version, if you ain't open it up one. And if you don't got one, you better go buy one. Because these words is about to disappear. And the word is going to disappear. And y'all going to be thirsty and hungry for it. And ain't nobody going to be talking about it because you ain't going to be able to find nobody with it. So you better wake up and get right. And stop all this nonsense because it ain't getting you nowhere but to death.
Yep, rise up, be one with that, or is basically what that what she is going back to that was basically in the book in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Now rise up, you one that are ease because there's gonna be a time where you're gonna rely, you're gonna need help. That's the scripture talks about men travailing as women because they're gonna come a prevalent time, right? So your man who's not spiritual, if he's not in the scriptures daily, if he's not praying, if he's not repenting, you can rely on him to save you out of the afflictions that is about to come down. And I'm gonna get another clip by GMS Yuan, and it reads, Pastor P is what white man wants these so-called black women to be. So, here's just another clip. Then after this clip, I'm gonna get into the lesson.
Here it is on this lady called Pastor P. Okay, but let's go listen to some of the clip, and then we'll let the precepts fly. Abrasive woman that's not attractive to me. I don't want to date myself.
But why? Do y'all even know what a relationship is? Because I'm listening to this and it's funny. Y'all know relationships are for bums. See, males, no, serious. Males can highest.
She sound like the IUIC. She said relationships are for bums. Now, that's strange because the Lord desires a relationship with us. Is the Most High above? See, this is that Queen of Heaven spirit. And when you listen to a lot of things people could say, the charisma behind it, the tone, can make it sound very appealing to the flesh. But you need relationships for life to be worth living. Okay? The Lord was willing to, give his life, lay his life down for his friends. All right? So that they can partake in immortality. Because he wanted to enjoy the kingdom of heaven. He wanted to enjoy that glory with them. Relationship. But let's continue. Let's see what she has to say. All right.
Interest is sex.
Yep. 100%.
Y'all's interest is emotions. You do realize if you supply your own needs, males will still chase you for sex, and they need relationships. Y'all don't need relationships.
That's strange because in Isaiah 4:1, even if a woman, she's gathering her own food, she still needs protection. That's part of a woman's needs, right? And going all the way back to the dawn of time, who provided protection to the women and children? You see, because societies, we're in a metropolis, and Elkabar always says this, cities are made for women. Metropolises were made for women because what? You have conveniences, you have the running water, you have the market. Everything's convenient and plush to where you could be comfortable, right? What happens when all of that is stripped away? What happens when there is no running water? When you can't just go down the street in peace? Where you can't pick up the phone and call 911? The children are going to cling to their parents, saying to play their part. We're not playing each other's part just for the sake of saying, "Oh, I can do it too." That's silly. There's beauty in order. There's beauty in having a role.
Y'all looking for clout. Y'all looking for
No, I want to be with somebody one day. I don't want to just I want a man. I will submit to a man. If I find a real man who meets all my requirements, I will submit.
Y'all want males to be something that they're not. Y'all want males
No, because I still expect him to do what he I still expect him to fuck other women. If he is making fucking millions, he's gonna go have sex with another girl.
You want him to give you money?
That's not what I want, but that's the reality of the situation.
In terms of relationship,
Yeah, Hagar.
But I'm gonna end it there. If you're gonna watch the whole, it's like if you don't want to watch the whole video about GMS Yawan, then here's the title and his YouTube handle. But you get the gist of it, right? That these women, they're comfortable in their situation, they're in how they're living because they're in a society that uplifts women and that promotes women empowerment, and that tell women that they can be like man, and give all these things to women, even though it's out of order, and that is not how YAHAWASHI created the world to be. He put there was order. There was order. Among creature there's order. Among human, there's order. In the kingdom of heaven there's order. In the kingdom of Satan there's order. So you can. This is how that how this world is being ran. It's been ran. It's not being ran by the Bible. It's being ran by Esau. The physical demon, or the physical Satan, right? But I'm gonna jump in some scriptures, and hopefully you got something out of those three clips that I showed. All right, here I got Proverbs chapter 30, verse 20, and it reads, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done a wickedness." Right. And in that first clip, that's prime example of how, an adulterous woman, she basically said she basically slept with a dude brother, and said, you know, I she didn't feel bad about it. She basically said she didn't care, that she did that, or she didn't care that how the dude was treating her, she basically, she eat it and wipe with her mouth, right? She probably doing all types of stuff with his brother, and that just show the wickedness of our women's, today. All right, and then I'm gonna get Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10, it reads, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So, right, the dude brother, no, he's not in the right neither. He's in the wrong too, because he had committed adultery. He laid with the baby daddy, baby mama, right? So he should be put to death, and the baby mama should be put to death. And the worst thing about it is that that's his brother. So that that's just something that's crazy. That's something I wouldn't do. Um, you just don't do that. But it is a law as well. That if it was back in the ancient time, they would definitely be put to death, both of them, right? Because they both saying they both committed adultery, which is worthy of death, as it says in Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. Lamentations, Lamentations 4:3, which just shows how the beasts, the creatures, are in order than our women's. It reads Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is becoming cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. Right. So you got the whales, the dolphins, the sharks, the fish, whatever. They care for their young ones, right? They care for their young ones. They make sure their young ones and safe. They don't, beat their young ones up, right? But you got our people, the people of Israel, you know, not caring, that not, teaching their young ones how to behave. You're not teaching you're not, taking care of their young ones. There was a video or a clip about, a woman who left her child in a car, while it was raining, while it was hot. That just shows that there's, you know, ultimately it's judgment at the end of the day, but it just shows the mind state that our women's are in, But it's gonna come a time when you know the women's are going to be in great limitation. They're not going to run. There's not going to be nowhere for them to run. They're, it's going to. There's not going to be nowhere for them to run. As in Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9, behold, the day of YAHAWASHI cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right. Verse 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right? Any more that I want to read? So, I'm going to, so from, Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9, all the way down to, the 12th verse, it just shows how Yahweh Shah is going to bring a furious anger towards the whole world, towards the people. Everyone gonna be tried. Everyone gonna be in distress. There's not gonna be any more pride. There's not gonna be any more boasting about, you know, money, cars, houses. There's not gonna be any of that. You know, the the skies are gonna be darkened out by the ICBMs, you know, by the chariots. You know, they're gonna be the moon not gonna shine. They're gonna be, you know, everything going sees proud. They're gonna see, you know, then the man that will be more in the impression than fine gold is talking about the, you know, man that bleed the 1/3, right? The 1/3, the believers of YAHAWASHI, right? The, the man that repentance, right? The 144, right? And I want to continue reading the 13th verse. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her places in the wrath of YAHAWASHI of hosts in the day of his fierce anger. 14th verse, and it shall be as the chase road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. So the 13th verse all the way down to the 15th verse is just, you know, referring to how the ICBMs are going to shake, you know, the earth. They're going to shake because there's, you know, World War III is on the brink of, you know, brewing. You know, World War III is on the brink of brewing. You know, it can happen next year. It can happen, you know, in the middle, you know, towards the end of this year. You just never know. You know, but there's, you know, the people, you know, there's not gonna be any more, you know, transaction happening between countries. There's not gonna be any more trade happening. You know, people are not going to visit this country. You know, once they see the destruction that is going to be happening in the, you know, bombing of this country, and there's gonna be a lot of people, you know, they're gonna be judged, right? You know, that's the second death. The second death is being burned by fire, which is gonna be by the ICBMs. You know, and then you have, you know, the children, you know, the wives, you know, the girlfriends, all girlfriends, children gonna be taken, you know, they're gonna be raped. Because as well, you had talking about, you know, a um a power outage that can happen anytime soon. You know, that going, you know, that can lead to, you know, children being taken up, or people, you know, wives being raped because they're not gonna be in the light to see. You know, you have all types of freaks out if the power go out. You know, so, you know, the women that are, you know, arrogant, they're proud, you know, and they're talking all this, you know, big talk, and talking like they, you know, like they know everything, in which they don't, and they're gonna see when um, time comes that they what they talking about is not gonna come to fruition. Um, you know, they're gonna be looking real dumb in those times. They're gonna be sound real stupid, and, you know, and basically we're just gonna mock them, right? And we're not gonna lift up a prayer for them, as it written. You know, do not lift up a prayer. And you know, the Yahweh Shah said he will not hear it. Right. This is Book of Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9. It reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." Right. So, you know, rise up, ye women are at ease. Right. 10th verse. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. 11th verse. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and grit sackcloth upon your loins. Verse 12. They shall lament for their teeth, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Right. So you women that are age, rise up, because what are you going to do in those days? Who's going to save you, right? You're too busy worrying about, about making money. You too busy worrying about, chasing the other dude around, or too busy worrying about, sleeping with another dude, brother, another dude, another dude, just another dude. You're not stuck on one person. You're stuck on chasing other people, right? Chasing other, dudes. So, rise up, you careless women. They're gonna be, uh, just like GMS Yuan said, in those times, you gonna women are gonna fall back into their proper order, because it's gonna be all hell breaking loose. Women are gonna be crying. They're gonna be screaming. Everybody gonna fall back into their proper order in those days. Because no one gonna know the answer. They ain't gonna know what to do, and they're gonna be, looking for the man's man of YAHWASHI. You know, the man's of YAHWASHI. They're gonna be locked up. They're gonna be taken away from this, great destruction that's about to come upon this, world. And hopefully, I'm a part of that. Part of those that's not gonna, you know, be partaking in the destruction, and have to go through that. But Lord will. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 24, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of well set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty." So you women, especially our people, because our people already, our women already have to wear wigs, and what they're eating right now, you know, is atrocious. Our women are officiated on the, eating crab legs, shrimps, all this stuff that you're not supposed to be eating. Is in the law that you're not supposed to be eating it, right? And, it's gonna be a time gonna come where you can't just go take a shower when you want to. You just can't, fix up. You can't fix up yourself when you want to. You can't, try to look pretty, because they're gonna be the time is they're gonna be moving. Everything gonna be moving fast. You're gonna always need. You can't just stick in one place for a long period of time. Uh, and that where many people are gonna get ravaged in the street. They're gonna be, and that where the burning instead of beauty come from, because you can't. There gonna be a time where you just can't take a shower when you want to, or can't put on, can't look good for no one. Verse 25, and it reads, thy man shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the water. Right, that's going to World War III. That's going to happen. And the man should be fall by the sword. There's gonna be a lot of men. They're gonna die. You know, by by guns, or by knives, or whatever. Um, there's gonna be a lot of death. That's why your man that you have right now. These are weak men. They're simps. The only thing they care about is having 3, 4, 5 girls, and having sex every day. They don't care about the things of Yahweh Shah. They, and this is why when that time's gonna come. This is why in written, men will be like women in travail. All right. Mm, but I'm not gonna go into it. But roughly paraphrasing, men are going to having their hands on their loins, like they're travailing, roughly paraphrasing, because it's not gonna be a good time for neither men or neither women. It's gonna be, you know, everyone gonna get tried, everyone gonna be in distress. But the only people who are not gonna be in distress is those of the 144,000, the hopeful elect, right? We will be, the 144,000, they'll be in the, they'll be in the, they'll be in the tribulation, but they won't have to, Lord will, you know, they won't have to feel that much pain, or they won't have to go through that much trouble, right? But Lord will, I'm saying Lord will because I hope that I'm a part of it, part of the 144. But just hopefully, Matthew chapter 24, verse 19 reads, "And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days." Right, and as you read more, verse 20, "But pray ye that your fight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." Right, verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. All right, so verse 19, you women that are, have a child, you have a young one, maybe 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, you know, they can take care of themselves. They can take care of themselves, right? So you have to, nurse them, or you have to feed them, and that's why the verse 19, it says, "Woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days," because you know you're going your mind, your journaling is going to be, and you're going to be in survival mode, but you also have a child you have to worry about, and this is why this will not be a good time. This is not a good time in what we're going through right now to try to get pregnant or try to have a kid, because you're gonna have to worry about nursing, right? You worry about taking care of your young one, but and as you continue reading, they're gonna be a great tribulations, great trial for everyone. 22, verse 22, and except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect say those days shall be shortened. Right. So for the elect say, at 144, the one third believers, those days will be shortened, right? Will be saved. They will be saved from that tribulation, that great tribulation that is going to come. All right. But our women that are proud, like this woman right here, the woman right here, she basically telling you women to, rise up, right? Because you're gonna need a man in those days, right? You're gonna need a, she even say you're gonna need a righteous man. All right. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 8, and it reads, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." Right? So the woman was created for the man, right? Verse 9, "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." Yep. So the woman was created for the man. The woman, you're the help. And this is why I put you're helpless, because you're supposed to be the one that's supposed to be helping the man. You're supposed to be, you're the help. We're not the help. You're the help, right? Your natural instinct is to care, right? That's why you see a lot of women, they're in the hospital. Their main career is they either a they're either a working in a hospital and nurturing. They're either a flight attendant, doing stewardess, You know, this is why you have a lot of women there in these like jobs that not supposed to be for them, right? Because their main instinct is to nurture. Their main instinct is to have babies, right? They're not supposed to be working in these jobs that require physical strength, that require a man's strength, right? So this is why this Western culture has did a one on these women's, especially the women of Israel, because they are all in it. I understand if Edomite women did something like that, but a woman, nation of Israel, and this is why going back to slavery, that you didn't have that many women working out on the field. You mainly have women in the house, cleaning and helping out helping out clean up the house, right? And it's just showing how shameful our women's are is right now. They became disgraced. They became shameful, right? Because they're not in their proper order. All right. So you know, you just is showing how 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 our women's are, how Western culture, how he has really taken over the nation of Israel, and they really have destroyed our women's mindset, and got them believing that they can be just like a man, they can be a god, right? When in reality they're just the help, right? They were created for the man, not the man created for the woman. And you have this woman, and you have to prove it. They actually think they were actually created for us, because you have this woman or this chick right here said that that a woman don't need a relationship, but a man need a relationship, right? So it just proves how you're created for us, right? You know, I don't go to the Book of Sirach. Um, Book of Sirach. I'm probably gonna end it here, and hopefully, you all can all quite both brothers and sisters was edified by this lesson. It's like yeah, Book of Sirach. Apparently. Bear with me. So the verse I'm about to give you, one that talks about how it's better to dwell in a den for the lions than rather to lay with a wicked woman. Let's say Ecclesiastes. I have here the blue letter. 25. That's on it. 25. Let's see. So I got it here. 25, 16. Everyone, it's lucky I don't KJV online. So bear with me. So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Right. So which is just showing how wicked the women have become, right? How shameful the women are. They're shameful, they're harlots, they're helpless, and proved by the images. One day you have them saying, they want to sleep with different men, they're saying that they don't care about you and how they don't need you. And then then on the right you have them saying, come back, I need you, can you give me this? Can you give me that? Can we do this? Can we do that? But they forgot about how manipulative and how they committed that adultery in the past. And that's why you rather dwell with a lion than a wicked woman, because when you in the house with a wicked woman, just living with a wicked woman, you know, they don't have their what you're doing is never enough for them, right? What you're doing is never enough for them. They can always want more and more and more, right? Verse 17: the wickedness of a woman changes her face, and darkness her countenance like sackcloth. Right, that's just going to her makeup, the eyelashes she put on, right? And if you jump down to verse 19, all wickedness is but a little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Verse 21, stumble not in the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasures. So do not desire the women by how they look and how they dress and how they got their makeup. You gotta judge their spirit, and you can usually judge their spirit by looking into their how they carry themselves, right? Verse 22, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach, right? So the women, they rather be seen, they rather be you know they rather date other men. That's why when Yahuwah comes back with his church, he's gonna put an end to all this, right? And the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna be restoring righteousness, and everyone, like I said in the beginning, every creature and everyone gonna be in their proper order, right? They're not gonna be any more adultery, and there is, the law said put them to death, and they're not gonna be you know, any more pride, arrogant, haughtiness. There's not gonna be any more of that. Everyone gonna be in their natural beauty. They're gonna be, righteousness, right? That what we all hope for, at least righteousness, right? But you know, that's gonna be it for the live lesson. I don't believe I have any more that I wanna I don't have any more precepts, so that's gonna be it for this live lesson. All right, I want to give all honor and glory and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. And I hope that your brothers and sisters will edify it. Till next time, I want to say Shalom.